What is going on, everybody, with my hair? I don't know it's a little sweaty from the workout earlier, but that's okay. We're going to talk crypto here today. Got some great news for you crypto holders out there. Continued evidence of a bull run coming continues to stack up, and we are very excited to talk not just about Bitcoin, but a lot of exciting altcoins today. If you missed my morning video this morning with 3 of the top performers of the last month, you're going to want to go back and look at that, but we have some others that have exciting news that could have a little bit of a spark here over the next 30 days, and that's still not going to be alt season. We've told you in the past, and we'll tell you again, Bitcoin is going to lead the next run, but that doesn't mean alts aren't going to run as well. It just is that they're going to get more explosive later on this year. To hear more about the details, though, stick around all the way through to the end. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, hit the follow button, share this video with everyone you know over on X. But first, we've got to roll the intro.
Yo, yo, yo.
That long black screen so that we have the nice transition of the intro. Let us know in chat, anybody, before I introduce who's sitting right next to me. Settle a debate for us. Did you think for a second that the stream was over or going to end or wrong because of the long black screen? Or are you okay with the transition right there? I want to hear you guys' feedback in the chat. T-Shroom with the black hat, the black shirt. I got the black wall. This is a black day. And yet it's not a funeral. It's a birth. It's a new life for crypto. I don't know what I'm going to say here. Sometimes just like Michael Scott, you start a sentence and
that's right.
You just figure it out as it goes along. How are you doing today, T-Shirt?
Well, Tim, I'm doing better than I deserve. I had a weird morning. This sickness that I've had since we were in Dallas, it just does not seem to be going away. The mornings are rough, but by this time, 3 p.m., later afternoon, I'm feeling great, ready to go. So better than I deserve. My health continues to improve, which is a blessing from God. And I'm curious, Tim, as I'm sitting here, how are you doing today?
I'm doing phenomenal. Again, had a good workout this morning. Hit the leg. Any day you hit leg day. Real men train legs. We're gonna go ahead and make sure. Let's get a T-shirt with that concept. Real men train legs. It kicked my butt though, but in a good way. And it's one of those workouts that you finish and you're like, that sucked. I'm probably going to walk funny tomorrow, but I feel accomplished that I put in some good work. And of course, the whole time I'm sitting there watching the charts, watching everything just continue to make very, very bullish moves. So how can you not have a good day when all of this stuff is happening, T-Shroom? Anything you want to say to people before we jump into the content? We got a lot to cover here today. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'll say, Tim, is this is how I usually feel after leg day. Just like this. Just like that right there.
That's a picture of you. Listen.
Yeah.
Hopefully that dog doesn't live in Ohio.
Tim,
you know.
Let's get
all right.
Into
Let's
the
keep
charts.
going into what's happening here. Let's look at the bubbles. Big movers of the day. WorldCoin 16.9%. Now here's the thing. Yes, WorldCoin's made money. If you click on it, anyone who's invested in WorldCoin for the last couple of days has had a very nice little bounce here. You're never gonna catch me buying WorldCoin. I don't know if there's anyone in chat owning WorldCoin. That is the coin that scares me the most. It is literally Big Brother trying to watch you and tell you what to do. Other ones, though, I do like Sui. We're definitely going to take a look at Sui today, talk about Sui in the news. It's up 12%. Mentioned FET this morning. It's continuing to have a nice 24 hours. It's up 6.4. Beam's up 11%. Near 7.1. So a couple of the AI tokens getting a nice little run. Render over here, don't want to leave it out. She's not having the same run as the others, but it's still at 3.8%. Popcat over here hiding behind T-Shroom, 10%. Just a sea of green. Guess what coin's in the red, though, that we predicted would be today? And that's okay because it still has a large bullish move coming. But Aave is down. If you had watched our morning video, that does not surprise you one little bit. But with that said, let's dive in here, T-Shroom. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. It's not time to take a listen, though, so you don't get to say your little saying right there. We are still Thank you for that. We're still acknowledging the inverse head and shoulders pattern that played out here. We called this pullback T-shirt the other day perfectly. We put this little blue line. If you guys watched the show, I think 2 days ago, we said look for a pullback to around 55.7 something. I think it said 55.780, so it went a little bit lower than that. But there was a lot of liquidity at that level. Now it also then formed a right shoulder. So we have our left shoulder, our head, and our right shoulder. Now I'm going to do something real quick. And I can't remember who said this, but somebody in the comment section, you guys, for anyone who wonders, do we read the comments? We absolutely do. He asked me to change this into triangles because he said it hurt his eyeballs to see the rounded motion. So let's do this for the people, right? This is for you guys. We have a nice head and shoulders pattern that is saying that we could go all the way up here towards $64,000 in Bitcoin. That would be a major move. There's your head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern, in play. Right now, we're working to break above that that trend line that is called the neckline of the inverse head and shoulder. So this is all very, very good. Of course, we've been under a buy signal here on the 4-hour chart and on the daily chart from our Lux Algo oscillator. Not seeing the signs of that slowing down. Is there a red reversal dot in play? Yes, there is. But with money flow and the oscillator both climbing to the upside, for now, that reversal dot is something you're ignoring. What's even bigger on the oscillator front is we are touching that 50 line on the RSI. Now, why is this significant? Well, what you need to know about RSI and about the oscillators is this is a relative strength index. It's telling us the strength of the flowing of money. Ultimately, are we overly bullish? Are we overly extended? And are we high up here closer towards 70? Well, a reversal of the downside more than likely is coming. When we get down low, do we get closer to or below 30? Well, we're a little oversold and everything's really strong in the bears, but those bears, they can't push any further, and it's time to cool off and go back to the upside. But what's so significant about the 50 line on the RSI is it's kind of the defining factor of who really is in control. Is it the bears or is it the bulls? For example, right back here on August 5th, we crashed to oversold levels, but we rallied up to where the 50 line and then continue to stay to the downside. What this communicated was, despite the fact that we were oversold and made a nice little bounce, the bears were still squarely in control. And what we need to see, we saw it temporarily here at the end of August, but we need to see a sustained move of our RSI above that 50 line, potentially even a retrace back to it to use it as support. And that would confirm the bulls are back in control. The other thing I want to see, of course, is to get above this smart trail here on the daily chart, right? The buy signal we have back here says that 90% of the time with this signal, we should at the very least make it up to the smart trail somewhere between $61,000 to $63,000. But if we're able to break above this red cloud, this Lux Algo smart trail, that would be the sign that the bulls are back in control and we're on our way to breaking the very key level of 65,000 and then up here around 68,000. And then before you know it, brand new all-time highs and a move up to $90,000 on Bitcoin. You look for the little small victories to pile up. Small victories lead to big victories, lead to large victories, lead to massive bull markets. And we're seeing the dominoes start to fall. That price should be moving to the upside. That's what we're seeing on Bitcoin. But how about some other coins making some moves today? We're going to have some stories on this. But XRP made a nice little rally this morning up to 58 cents. However, it did get rejected right there. Notice what we rejected at. That smart trail, that daily smart trail. We need to get above 60 cents. Reclaim this for the bulls, and this would be the lead to something big happening on XRP. I'm not going to give it away. Some of you already know what happened with XRP. I'm going to save that until the news section. Let T. Shroom explain why XRP buyers are bullish today. But I want to address the problem here. The problem at the moment is that despite the fact that we jumped up here to 58 cents, look at where we currently fell back down to and are wrestling with 56 cents. 56 cents, guys. This is the level that XRP has struggled with and had problems with for a long, long time, right? So this level historically, if you go back, let's go to the weekly chart here, right? So if you're on the weekly chart here for XRP, this is a level that started off its significant level was actually support way back here in February of 2018. But then after a couple of months wrestling with it, we lost it, and it turned into resistance by the end of 2018. Well, after a couple of years of not touching it, it turned back into resistance in 2021, eventually to turn back into support. And then for a long bear market winter, it was the resistance level of 2022, 2023. And then we had that explosive day last year. Some of you remember it. XRP maxis came out of the woodwork. XRP was headed to $40, easy peasy. And we were one of the few people that told you, don't get so excited just yet. We're probably going to be coming back down towards this level. Turns out we weren't bearish enough. We went a lot lower. And we've continued to wrestle with this level as support and resistance. We cannot get away from it. But I have some good news for you XRP holders. I have told you guys, is XRP the number one investment opportunity of this bull market? Probably not. I'm not going to lie and say that it is. But I do believe a big explosive price movement is coming. We're continuing to watch the developments of their lawsuit with the SEC develop. And it's over, but it's not officially over. When it's officially over, I still anticipate a week-long process where XRP might be the leading altcoin surge. That's why I'm still holding a bag. Coming back out here and looking at the larger term formation T-Shroom, we've been in a symmetrical triangle pattern since all the way back here in April of 2021. This is one of the charts that makes me believe I think that XRP is easily getting above $1. If you're asking where do we top out at, $1 easily. But I still think that XRP has the ability to get back to or above former all-time high around $3.31. In fact, this symmetrical triangle pattern would suggest that a move to $5.60 is still on the table for XRP. Will it have an ETF? Will it follow suit of Bitcoin and Ethereum? Will it jump Solana into being the third crypto ETF? Let me know in the comments what you believe. Either way, though, I'm still excited about XRP. I still have a bag of it looking for a big move, but we got to break that 56-cent level. We got to break 60 cents, and then let's break this red line and tear to the upside. XRP holders, if you agree with that, smash the like, leave a 1 in chat. T-Shroom, let's do one more coin. Actually, I was going to throw it to you, but let's do one more coin. And it's on the thumbnail, and I wanted to talk about Sui. Now, Sui and XRP have some similar news today that is going to give us some good things here. But I want to kind of focus on the charts here with Sui before we get to the news and just explain to you from a chart perspective what's happening and why I'm extremely bullish on Sui at the moment. We were in a falling channel here. And let me get rid of these lines here. I'm going to confuse you. You guys see some price predictions up here. I'll talk to you about them, explain them to you. But Sui was in a falling channel. A falling level of resistance. Let me turn that red just for simplicity. A falling level of support, this blue line right here. These historically break to the upside. And specifically, you take the opening volatility of the formation, you move that over to a breakout spot, and this is where you're going to see a price prediction in the realm of 137, 138. That's where that's coming from. Let me fix that just perfectly. I'm going to put that. Well, I want to put it right. Okay, there we go. 137. We're going to go with 137 there. This is what we're looking at right now for a conservative breakout for Sui. I believe there's a lot of things here on the Lux Algo indicator that kind of agree with that. We have some take profits and that red cloud in the exact same area. In fact, the weekly chart, let's take a look here. I think the weekly chart, yeah, that's what I was going to look at. The smart trail off of are we on a buy signal technically? No, we're not technically in a buy signal, but that smart trail is kind of leading us right into that $1.37 mark zone. So a lot of reasons to think that we're going to at least make a pump on Sui all the way up there. So all of our traders keep an eye on that level. But you see the 183. It's probably going to be like 182, 181 because I'm going to fix this. But where is that price prediction coming from? Why are we talking? Why is 183 up on the charts? Well, yes, we're in a falling channel right here, but look at what started before this falling channel. We didn't just kind of mosey our way into this falling channel. We didn't fall down into it. We had a nice spike from that August 5th low with consecutive bullish days in a row forming what people would call a bull flag. This is where you have an explosive movement of consecutive candles, in this case, the daily chart. So we're looking at the consecutive days of bullishness. And when you attach this to a channel like this is what we call a bull flag. And the breakout for a bull flag would send price to where? up here at 183. We'll go and fix that price over there as well. 183 is the more aggressive prediction for how high SUI can get. We're going to dive more into SUI, the news and fundamentals. There's some people who are concerned about the unlock schedule. I'm going to put you to ease if that is your concern. SUI is a coin we have addressed here on the Bro channel. We used to kind of be a little hesitant on SUI T-shirt. I don't know if we were all in. I'm not going to pretend and tell people we've been bullish on SUI from its very beginning, but at least over the last couple of months, our tunes have changed, and we have said that SUI is a good crypto to hold. Let me know in chat, do you hold SUI, or is it a coin that you have held off on? Where are you looking to buy? I want to know what you guys are thinking. What I'm looking at right now, T-Shroom, it's extremely bullish. Breaking out above that resistance level and having those two targets above us, 137 and 183, I think both will get hit. It's just a matter of time. Look for SUI to do some big things in this bull market. We'll bring it back up later on in the show. But for now, let's transition into the news, and we might as well. Let's just kick it off with the SUI news, the XRP news, and then we'll keep going. We got a whole lot. One of the things before T-Shroom gets going, we normally try to limit ourselves on news and keep the show concise and give it in-depth impact. Stick with us today. We might not have a lot of Q&A because we got a lot of stories, but that's a very good thing. Crypto is pumping. Crypto is moving. It's doing a lot, and we're here to keep you up to date so you know all of the good, the bad, the ugly, and today, the beautiful of what's happening in the crypto world. T-Shroom, go ahead and kick us off.
Yes, it does seem like things are picking up. Let's get into the news here. Cointelegraph bringing it to us, hot and ready. Latest, Grayscale officially launches the SUI Trust for accredited investors, backing the SUI blockchain with 916,000 in assets. That's 916,000 in assets. SUI surged over 15% in the past day. So very, very bullish for the project SUI. This is similar, not the same thing, but similar to an ETF, right? This will be something that I believe will be traded on the New York Stock Exchange. You'll be able to get it in your TD Ameritrade. You'll be able to get it in your Fidelity account, similar to buying the SPX or any other such ETF, or IBIT would be a crypto example of a crypto ETF. But you might be sitting there thinking, well, wait a minute, what even is SUI? Well, SUI is a groundbreaking Layer 1 blockchain platform designed to support the needs of global adoption by offering a secure, powerful, and scalable development platform. At its core, SUI leverages a novel object-centric data model and the secure Move programming language to address inefficiencies prevalent in existing blockchain architectures. So that's a lot of words. But that's essentially, it's a layer 1, and it has some cool, innovative aspects to it that could potentially bring it higher, right? So Grayscale going ahead and creating another on-ramp for adoption for SUI, for folks on Wall Street and across the United States to be able to get exposure at least to SUI's price action. Moving along here, let's go into XRP. The XRP news is that very similar. Grayscale, they are proud, yet again, to announce the creation of a new single-asset crypto investment fund, Grayscale XRP Trust, which will be available through private placement. Available to eligible accredited investors, okay? So then they've got a full press release. So I wonder if the same is true for this one, for the SUI one as well. If it's going to be for accredited investors only, it is. So I have to retract my statement there. It will not be available on the New York Stock Exchange. Will not be available for Americans to buy on TD Ameritrade or anything like that. It's going to be for accredited investors only. Think private equity. Think who got in early on Uber. Think who got early on SpaceX, different things like that in the private equity space. But it's still big. It's still an opportunity for expanded adoption and bigger liquidity pools to buy it.
I'll tell you why that's a bullish thing very quickly. You can already buy Bitcoin other ways, right? So it's just not going to allow traditional finance retail investors to get in low. What it's going to do is have a level of exclusivity with wealthier clients, the big money, the ones that really move the needle. They're going to have the ability to feel safe about investing into SUI. So anyone who's hearing that news is saying, oh, it doesn't affect me whatsoever. It does. It allows the wealthy people to buy something in a way that makes them feel exclusive when you can buy it as well. Just go purchase it on an exchange. I believe that is one that is on Coinbase, and there's several other exchanges as well. You can get on CoinW. I think that's one you can also get on Blofin, exchanges that we promote here on our channel. This is very, very good news because it means big money is coming in the way of Sui. They would not list it if they did not have any form of demand whatsoever. We'll see if it sustains. We know Grayscale drops things when they don't have high demand, but this is a good launch, I believe, for Sui. And it's not the only one. T-Shroom, I think that's a good transition. What other coin is Grayscale doing this with?
Yeah, XRP. Yeah, so XRP also getting the Grayscale Trust here. Again, will only be available to accredited investors. But as Tim points out, it's only available to accredited investors through Grayscale and their trust systems. However, you can go out, you can buy XRP on most platforms these days. Not Robinhood. I believe it's back on Coinbase. It's been back on Coinbase for a while, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely on Uphold and on most of the leverage trading platforms, such as the ones that we partner with, Blofin and CoinW. So, look, this is bullish generally. Seeing why is this bullish? Because what Grayscale is doing here is they're doubling down on crypto, right? They're saying, okay, we think that there's more upside for crypto. We think investors are thinking that, so we want to take a fee for bringing them a new instrument to gain exposure to XRP and Sui, right? So you know what? I'm bullish. I mean, it doesn't make me like 100% more bullish, right? But it does signal to me that big operator in the crypto space is continuing to take risk, continuing to pay employees to do research and create trusts and file all the legal fees with the SEC, file all the legal documentation and everything to get a trust up and running for a crypto. I'm sure that's not a light lift, right? That takes a lot of work, and they're willing to do that instead of just say, hey, I'm going to go hang out on the beach, right? So that is a big bullish momentum move for XRP and Sui. Tim, we've got another headline here. I think this one's even more exciting, to be honest with you. I'm going to get to it, but I need you all to smash the like button. Smash the like button. This next one is about Chainlink. So username, super excited, I'm sure, about this big headline. Maybe have even already read it today, perhaps, but it is breaking news at today. Thank you, bros, for smashing the like button for Chainlink. Sonime, a next-gen blockchain by Sony. Maybe you've heard of Sony. Maybe you're listening to us on Sony headphones right now. Block Solutions Labs is joining the Chainlink Scale program with Chainlink data feeds now live on Sonium Minota testnet. So Sonium will also integrate Chainlink CCIP as its canonical cross-chain infrastructure. A lot of big words there, Tim. I'm really earning my keep here. But
well, I was very impressed. You said Sonium 3 times, and I think you had 3 different pronunciations for it every single time. So that was pretty good.
That's right.
Impressive.
That's
it's a skill that few have, but when you have it and when you wield it, you're a pretty cool guy. Yeah, this is big. I mean, so a connection with Sony, not a very small company whatsoever. One of the largest in the world of technology, gaming, computers, entertainment altogether. There's just a whole lot that Sony does. So to have a connection between Sonium, Chainlink, I'm not going to say this is the biggest one that moves the needle, and now this is the difference between Chainlink being at, what it currently is at $10 and it's going to go to $100 because of this. But it is something that continue to move us in the right direction. Chainlink, look for more headlines to be coming out over the next year on Chainlink. I'm still holding on to a massive, massive move for Chainlink. I will say, I think in the past I gave an opportunity for a $700 Chainlink. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I was always saying that was a distinct possibility, not a probability. I'm definitely cooling off on that one. That being said, I still believe that Chainlink holders right now will still see massive returns. Maybe not $700. We're not gonna go from $10 to $700. But we're going to go to the hundreds, several hundreds still. Look for a video coming out in the future where I will be updating price predictions for not just Chainlink, but all of your favorite coins. Let me know what you want to see those on. It'll be coming out over the next couple of weeks. Chainlink is still one of my largest holdings in crypto, and it's news like this that keeps me extremely hopeful about what the future looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. Me too, Tim. I feel the same way. Very hopeful indeed. Well, it may not be as hopeful of a day as he would have wanted to wake up to this tweet here from Eleanor Tourette, as she is reporting here. She says, SEC Governor Chairman Gary Gensler Maybe you've heard of him. He's under investigation by top Republican lawmakers Jim Jordan, Patrick McHenry, and James Comer for engaging in suspected political favoritism, bit of nepotism here, Tim, in his hiring practices.
Is that nepotism? Does that fall into the world of nepotism? I thought nepotism was family.
It can just be any favoritism outside of merit, I believe.
That's good to know. Okay.
That's the T-Shroom definition.
Somebody fact check us on that one, but that's news to me. I thought it was just always family. But either way, any bad news for Gary Gensler seems to be good news for us in the crypto space.
We need a hero out there to fact check us. Let us know, what does nepotism mean? Let us know down there in the live chat as quickly as you can so that we can get this right for the bros.
If you want to apply to be a moderator for ABC, become a fact check. Okay, let's just keep going on with the rest of the show.
If you want to go and read the rest of this letter, you can. There's probably some more details that are really interesting to you. But overall, right, this is an interesting time for this type of a thing to happen because these men here, Jim Jordan, Patrick McHenry, James Comer, they could have been doing anything today, right? They could have been passing any kind of legislation or not passing legislation, but they chose to go ahead and open an investigation into Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC. Why is this important? How is this going to affect your crypto bags? Well, it's not going to immediately, and it may never. But what this can do is hopefully give Kamala Harris, if elected, a little bit of pause before allowing and considering Gary Gensler as her Secretary of Treasury. We know there's been a book that's come out recently. I was just reading about this. A book came out recently tying a closer link to Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren than folks had thought previously, although there already had been quite a few associations there. And Elizabeth Warren is trying to create a dream team of sorts for different motivations in Washington political outcomes, but she really wants him to be on the Secretary of Treasury position. And Kamala, I wouldn't put it past her and her team to go ahead and do that and put Gary Gensler in that spot. That would not be good for Bitcoin. That would not be good for crypto. Ultimately, that would potentially be bearish. There's also the realization, though, Tim, that if Gary Gensler was to get into the Secretary of Treasury position, crypto wouldn't be his first priority, right? Likely, they would weaponize that to go against people like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, folks who have run afoul of, let's say, a certain group in the United States. So there's reading a lot into this specific headline here, Tim, but this could potentially be, this is movement in the right direction for crypto holders, for folks who are pro-crypto.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, very, very good news, I think, for the crypto space. And I think you kind of hit on the head there. Even if it doesn't necessarily end up coming to anything in fruition, at the very least, maybe it causes Kamala Harris to back off. And I'll say this. I don't know. Another fact check for people to do. The rumors and rumblings was that her candidacy would potentially nominate him to be Secretary of the Treasury. I don't know if that's been confirmed. I don't know if I've ever heard her or anyone claiming to be on her team saying that. So it's also something that we're kind of maybe getting that out of a rumor mill and not necessarily factual details. But I'll tell you this: no matter what, we do not want Garrett Gensler as the Secretary of Treasury. We want that man to go join his twin brother on the beach and live a long and happy life in retirement and staying as far away from any political, governmental jobs as possible. That's my hope and dreams for him. Go be great, Gary. Go be great on the beach.
That's right. There's a lot of folks jumping in. A lot of heroes, I should say. A lot of heroes jumping in, helping us define nepotism. Family favoritism, like in politics, nepotism, I think, is. Nepotism favoring friends, families by giving them kickback or jobs. When children of celebrities get famous because of their parents, smash the likes. I think that's probably the best definition so far. Nepotism is where you are in a management and you hire a family meme, or significant other. So got some keyboard warriors out there just furiously typing no matter what the words are and hitting send.
Welcome to the Bros YouTube memberships, though. Corebone, that's a good definition of nepotism. I don't know how, but it just is. Thank you so much, Corebone, for joining there. Now you get a green name, and you get some some cool stickers and some cool features. I think you're already one of our members, so not anything extra in the Discord group. You already have higher levels, so you're good there. But thank you so much for joining and supporting the bros.
Very cool.
By the way, anyone who wants to become just a YouTube member, you still get access to a Wednesday afternoon live stream. You get those special emojis. You get a green name. Makes it easier to locate your questions and your thoughts. And it's only $5 a month. You can become a YouTube member. If you want to go deeper, though, and spend way more time with me and T-Shroom learning way more about investing, trading, join the Discord membership groups. That is where all of the good stuff happens.
That's right. And you can access those on the very video that you're watching right now, whether you're on mobile or you're on desktop. All you got to do is scroll down into the description and just come to these links here. This is the free Discord, and this is the membership Bro Lux memberships link right here, where you can access for the lower prices for a limited time before those prices go higher. Zachary Martin pointed out that he had the actual definition, and I didn't read it. The practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives, friends, or associates, especially by giving them jobs. So, Tim,
I think it could fall in there. Again, it's not that I thought that if anyone thought that I thought that your definition was just wrong, I had just never heard it include the political affiliation. I'd only ever heard it be used for family members. But I think if we use that definition, which sounded very official, associate by political affiliation, that could fall under the umbrella, correct?
That's correct.
Crux, put a poll. Does nepotism describe what Gary Gensler did? Let's let the people decide. When in doubt, let the people vote. That's what I say.
What Gary Gensler did, yeah.
Let's go ahead and keep. Do we have any more stories, or do we get all the way through them? That was actually what we did. Is very fast.
Yeah, when you said that there were a lot of stories, there were a lot of stories when in the pre-stream, we asked a lot of stories that were just fluff, Tim. It was just the composite man trying to come through the internet and get you to sell your bags. And we said, no, enough is enough. Here on the Bros, we are not going to expose you all to this childish...
I have one that I know we need to probably address here. Let's go over here to my screen. It's a little bit of bad, a little bit of good, but ultimately this morning PPI numbers did come out, and there was a mixed feeling about what happened with PPI. Depending on who you listen to, some people call the PPI numbers a nothing burger. Other people said it was significant. What you need to know is PPI came out. It's only a month-over-month analysis here. PPI came out at 0.2%. Previously, it was at 0%. The consensus, what the experts thought, was 0.1. What the people thought, 0.1. So it came out a little higher than what we expected. Core PPI month over month, so this is core, came out a little higher as well. Last month was negative 0.2%. This month, 0.3. That is higher than both consensus and forecast that were 0.2 and 0.1%. So core PPI comes in a little hot. Initial jobless claims comes in pretty much as expected, 230,000. But there were some people almost trying to start a narrative as if this is a negative thing. And I'll tell you why it's not. It's not necessarily positive. This doesn't help anything else, but it's not going to move the needle whatsoever. Because when you scroll through on my chart here, T-Shroom, there is nothing else between now and Wednesday that will have an impact on Jerome Powell and the Fed. There's just nothing else between there. What we're looking at is 2 p.m. on Wednesday, the 18th. We'll get the Fed rate interest decision, and then at 2:30, we will get a press conference from Jerome Powell. Let us know. Sometimes we've gone live for these events. Sometimes we haven't. Do you want us to go live early at 2 o'clock, or do you want us to just wait until 3 p.m. and review it, go over it, tell you guys what we think of it? Let us know in chat what you guys think we should do. I'm open to both. But if people would rather just hear afterwards, we'll just go live normal at 3 p.m. What I mean by this, though, and what makes this significance, there's nothing else that has large impact on changing the predictions. T-Shroom, pull up Polymarket while I'm showing them CME futures. But at the moment, we're still sitting at 75% predictions. That 79% of the predictions are saying 25 basis points is going to be it. 25% are saying 50 basis points are going to be it. I'll continue to echo this just so you guys are aware. What we are kind of going on with the information here is that 25 basis points is good. That's bullish. Price go up. 50 basis points is bearish. Price go down. And the reason why is because 50 basis points would communicate fear of recession, chaos, and possibly we did not get a soft landing. Historically, markets crash when that happens, but 25 basis points in a soft landing assumption would communicate very similar to 2016 and 2020. This interest rate cut will pump the markets, pump crypto, pump the stock market. And I think, again, with nothing really between us and Wednesday to change the opinion of the Fed, all signs pointing that we should see that 25 basis point. Poly markets yesterday saw 90% saying 25 basis points. Now it's down to 76, but that's still very heavily predicting that 25 basis points is happening. So we'll keep you covered. If this shifts or changes in the next couple of days, we will address it. But I want to just kind of say here, this is the Tim Warren take. There's nothing between now and then that should change it. I'm going to head and lock up my vote. That was the lock sound right there. It was a terrible sound. I'm locking up the vote that it's going to be 25 basis points. That is my prediction. If something changes between now and then, I'll change my opinion, but I don't think anything will. We should have bullishness happening next Wednesday. What does that mean, though? How should you address it? Should you wait until Wednesday and the official announcement to be trading according to that information? 100% no. 100% you do not wait for that. As long as that's what it looks like is happening, price has a way of doing a rally early and then being fishy around the official information. We also call that kind of situation a buy the rumor, sell the news. What's the point here? The rumor, the assumption, the evidence says we're getting 25 basis points and it will be very, very bullish. Jerome Powell will tell us we're in a soft landing and it's time to start cutting rates to promote the economy more. Don't wait for him to say that to buy, but it will cause the markets as a whole to want to go bullish. The problem is it'll be a reversal. Expect volatility next Wednesday. Expect up and down, up and down, up and down. And then after about 24 to 48 hours, it will resume a bullish rally. But by the time that happens, I will not be surprised whatsoever to see Bitcoin above 60,000, possibly around 62,000, to see a lot of your altcoins up 20, 30%. They'll keep going up, but this is the better opportunity to get in early with the expectation we will see positive momentum. That's how I'm treating it. That's how I'm investing it. T-Shroom, anything you want to add to that point right there?
It's going to be 25 basis points, folks. That's what I'm thinking. If we get anything other than that, I think the market is going to have a conniption fit, and we'll see quite a bit of volatility. So, trade accordingly. And Tim, we have a little bit. Would
you go so far as to say you lock in your vote?
I think I would, and I will.
Right. Make your best locks.
Lock it in.
That was so much better.
Well, was it though? Because you were talking over it, so it might have been hard to hear. Locking it in.
Oh, hold on. Am I sensing a bit of sass from down there in Florida?
A bit of sass. Yeah. I don't know what it could be. I might have to ask ChatGPT. Which breaking news? OpenAI launches new ChatGPT model O1 with reasoning capabilities of a PhD student. Tim, so getting close now to the top of his class.
Have you seen the PhD students these days? I'm not impressed.
Well, if it's PhD in physics, that's pretty impressive. If it's PhD in something else, let's say calligraphy, that might be a little less impressive. But yeah, there's a lot of other studies I could have put in there. But don't you like?
Do you want to know who else has the PhD? T-Shroom, the Australian breakdancer champion. How'd that turn out?
That's right. That's funny.
No, that was her nomination to go to the Olympics. All right. We probably shouldn't talk about that. YouTube probably doesn't like that either. We're not showing any videos. YouTube.
How dare you, Tim?
We didn't copyright anything.
How dare you?
Either way. All right. Well, that's good stuff. I mean, that's cool. Obviously, it's an upgrade to OpenAI. I'd like to see them open up the non-biased takes on things as well. That'd be nice. But it's something that's really cool. I'm looking forward to using it, seeing how it can make the world a better place, hopefully, is the goal.
Now, Tim, we've been picking up on it. We've been detecting here on the Investing Bros a little bit of a shift in bullish sentiment, wouldn't you say? A little bit of a today, and it's not super highlighted. It's not like Bitcoin going past 73 or anything like that. But in the news and the sentiment, we have seen a bit of a shift, and I would say now we're getting a confirmation of that shift here in this breaking news here. This is from 2 p.m. today. BlackRock says Bitcoin could be a hedge against increasing global disorder and declining trust in governments, banks, and fiat currencies. Where it said this, I'm not sure. But whenever Watcher.guru posts something, it's usually been thoroughly vetted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is going to be legit. Now, Tim, what is it? When I take a step back, I'm thinking, okay, whenever we've seen a change in sentiment, things start to move fast. And I think it's good that we had what we had on the thumbnail today, because you gotta act fast sometimes. And if you've had a bunch of stablecoins sitting on the sidelines, this is a change in sentiment, not financial advice, right? This is just an observation of two guys who spend way too much time thinking about crypto, making an observation. But that is going to wrap up our news. Tim, what are your thoughts here on the BlackRock statement?
Yeah, well, my thought about the BlackRock statement is I don't think BlackRock has a reason to lie to us, right? So if this was J.P. Morgan saying something, I'm coming at it with a level of can I trust what they say, right? There's certain entities, certain news stations, certain companies, when they speak, it's kind of like, you always lie to us. You always find a reason to lie to us one way or the other. I'm not believing you, right? To this point, even though BlackRock, the company's functionality is very much, it benefits off of the misfortune of others. If you follow the train of thoughts and the things that BlackRock has said since entering into the crypto world, and specifically the Bitcoin world, because that's been their biggest involvement, although they are involved in other altcoins such as Ethereum, such as Ondo, such as AVAX, Chainlink, others, especially real world assets. When they've been bullish, price has tended to go bullish. And when they've been bearish and preach caution, price has tended to fall. So to hear this and to hear them kind of be confident about this is something that I put into the category of saying this is bullish. I haven't seen them lie to us to try to misdirect the markets yet. If anything, maybe we know that they've been buying this whole time, T-Shroom, while everyone else seems to be selling and capitulating. They've been buying all of the dips while everyone else is freaking out. Maybe part of their process is we have enough Bitcoin now. Let's pump it. Let's get retail excited about it again, because we're ready to see price go to the upside so that we make a lot of money, because our bags are loaded at this point. I think there's a potential that that's what is it's kind of happening right now. There's something else I wanted to say, but I don't remember. I don't remember what we were talking about right before this, right before BlackRock, but I'll leave it for now. We'll transition.
Yep. I'm not finding where this was said, but again, we're kind of going off the legitimacy of Watcher.guru with this one. Whenever BlackRock speaks, especially when it comes to smaller assets like Bitcoin, smaller assets compared to like Apple and Google and Facebook and things like that, it usually does have an impact, because who respects BlackRock? Folks with a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
We do have one more story here related to Bitcoin, Tim, and then we'll move on.
Factoid and do Q&A. Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll have time for plenty of Q&A. So I thought I was pessimistic. I thought we weren't gonna have time. We're gonna have lots of time. So get those questions ready, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be we're looking at some cryptocurrencies and answering some of your questions. But T-Shirt, what's this last story? And then we'll jump into the factoid.
Tim, we're gonna go ahead and get into this last story here.
Let's get into the last story there, T-Shirt.
All right, let's get into that last story. The last story. Marathon Digital's HODL strategy, holding all 26,200 Bitcoin despite market volatility. Marathon Digital Holdings, one of the largest Bitcoin mining companies in the world, has officially adopted a full HODL strategy, choosing to hold onto all the Bitcoin it mines as of September 2024 in the year of our Lord. That's this month. The company's Bitcoin holding has reached this number, 26,200 Bitcoin, worth approximately 1.5 billion. That's a lot of dough. That is a lot of dough. This marks a significant shift, is the big word here in this article, shift in strategy, reflecting its confidence in the long-term value of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. In August alone, Tim, Marathon added 4,144 Bitcoin to its reserves, purchasing 249 million worth of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. So, Tim, of all the stories we've talked about today, and including the BlackRock breaking news that we just covered, I think this is probably the biggest, most bullish one, because it's so definitive, and it is what it's saying it is. These mining companies, when they make these shifts, they stick with them. So the fact that Marathon is saying, look, we operate mining Bitcoin and then selling that Bitcoin. It's literally like an oil extractor or a gold miner. They get the resource, they sell the resource. When they anticipate prices of that resource is going higher, they stockpile the resource strategically. That's what's happening here because they're anticipating a break higher. We've been seeing the price of Bitcoin go sideways for months at this point since March, and it's been annoying. It's been frustrating. Marathon's saying, along with BlackRock here in this sentiment shift, hey, those who have been holding, who've been loyal, you're about to be rewarded.
Yeah, and I'll just echo it. I mean, you're dead on. And there's very few entities that understand when to buy and when to sell better than mining entities. So the fact that this business didn't just turn up their miners and try to mine more, they're like, no, we're not going to get enough of it fast enough. We've got to start buying it. That is extremely bullish. A fantastic story to wrap out our last story of the day, T-Shroom. We'll have to start a new segment called The Last Story of the Day. Maybe T-Shroom will start doing a little song and dance for the last story every single day. That'd be phenomenal. Put a 1 in chat if you want to see T-Shroom. I already said put a 1 in chat for something else. Put a 7 in chat if you want to see a song and dance from T-Shroom moving forward for the last story of the day.
Here's my first song and dance, Tim. We've got more breaking news. Donald Trump.
Now it's not the last story of the day.
Maybe you've heard. Well, this is from 7 seconds. This is from very, very recent.
All right. I trust you.
The Donald Trump, maybe you've heard of him, says we're embracing the future with crypto and leaving the slow and outdated big banks behind. This is somebody who likely has taken campaign donations from Wall Street and is being very brave to say these types of statements. Maybe he knows something we don't, or maybe the banks are kind of laughing this one off because they know what will happen when he's elected. But this is a very, very big continuation of momentum of a pro-crypto candidate. So, Tim, I think
that's
we're ready.
The last T-shirt money is your initial. What's your initial song and dance for last story? Let's do your first shot.
There are a lot of 7s in the chat, bros.
A lot of 7s.
I think I'm gonna go. With one that has been requested here for a while, and that is my Ondo song. Tell me Ondo, Ondo, Ondo.
Beautiful. We'll workshop it, but that is our first last story of the day song. Let's get into the factoid of the day. Who's sponsoring our factoid of the day today, T-Shroom?
Tim, today, the factoid of the day is brought to you all by LuxAlgo. You see Tim and I use it day in, day out. And when we're not showing you all how to use it, we're using it ourselves for maximizing our gains, finding those great sell and buy points with LuxAlgo. Look no further than LuxAlgo for your trading guide. Link in the description. And Tim, it's 20% off right now for LuxAlgo. Let's see if you can get this answer even 20% right. Compared to more than...
I need Nathan. Nathan, make sure Nathan's in chat. I see him. All right, Nathan, we're good. What do we got?
Okay. We're ready for the factoid of the day brought to you by LuxAlgo. Compared to more than 9,000 taste buds on the human tongue, how many do cats have? 162,000, 20,000, 470, or 88? What is the answer, Tim? In this cat-themed factoid of the day brought to you by the great state of Ohio.
Why are cats the theme of the factoid today?
Do a little thinking with your thinker.
So I've seen cats eat some disgusting things, so they can't have that many taste buds. Otherwise, they'd be miserable their whole life. A lot of people are saying C, which is where I was originally going. My thought was C.
Why?
I feel like they have less taste buds than humans because they eat literally garbage and it's very happy about it. Small tongue. Shirley Sound makes a good argument. Small tongues. That's a good point. Less room for taste buds. But their tongues are also proportionally longer than humans because they use it. Okay. A lot of C's. I'm going to go with chat because that was my original thought anyway. Oh, and Matt C is a cat person. Yes, he's not a cat lady. He's not a single cat, childless cat lady, but he is a cat man. And he knows his stuff. 470 C is the final answer. Lock it in. That's what we're going to rock with.
All right.
There we go. Look at it.
Now,
the team came together and did a beautiful thing today, guys. Good work, all of you.
Now, Tim, this is according to the official cat page of Wikipedia. It says
All right.
cats have relatively few taste buds compared to humans, 470 or so compared to humans, 9,000. Now, Tim, you're sitting there, well, how do I know this is the official cat page of the NFL, of Wikipedia? It is right here. Boom, boom. You can't be mistaken about that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. You learned your cat trivia of the day. If you're from Ohio, I apologize. Let's go ahead and transition into some Q&A time. We've got like 10 minutes, so we got a lot going on here. Nathan, once again, he did say C as well. So Nathan is after a faulty Tuesday, right? He did have a problem on Tuesday, but again, all of us have off days. He's back to help and lead us in the right direction.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna have to start giving those Factoids Days sponsored by Nathan.
Maybe we can get a Nathan's hot dog.
Ooh,
sponsorship.
That'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
And cats couldn't taste it.
Yeah.
Username says, "Hey Tim, username here. Thank you for clarifying that. Got 2 questions for you. I haven't read the rest of this question, but the fact that there are 2 of them, it scares me. I don't know what is going to be said here. Why is Shroomy? Okay, this is a good one. Why is Shroomy so awesome? Let's pontificate on that. Why is Shroomy so awesome? It's probably because you were a Vine star before all of this. Is that true?
What even is Vine? I don't know what that is.
Should people after the show is over go into YouTube search bar and just look up greatest Vine hits of T Shroom?
No. What's the second part of username's question?
Have you noticed? Don't do that, though, people. Don't do that. Have you noticed Matt C hasn't been around much since I handed him his defeat earlier this week? Yes, he is referring to our fantasy football league. And I'm not going to smack. I'm not talking any smack against Matt because I got slaughtered in mine as well. So, Matt, you're all right with me. Don't let username bully you like that. Using the chat to do so.
That was our football corner of the investing bros.
Yeah. Eric Wallen says, does God want Tim to have a mohawk? Maybe. I don't know. Again, I think this is sweaty hair. I've not taken a shower since the gym, so I'll be doing that directly after the show. No, I don't think I'm going to have a mohawk. Should Brody, Taylor and I have seriously considered this, should we just give Brody a small phase of a
yes.
What is it called? Oh, crap. What's it called? This business up front, party in the back.
I can't
Why am
remember.
I blanking on what that's called? What? It's called a and people are gonna say it in chat, and oh my gosh, mullet. It's a mullet. It's a mullet. Okay, I saw that before Crypto Knight said it.
That was so far from me, man.
Yeah. Matt says Tim, we play each other this week. All right, well then, it's a battle of the losers. Ultimately, thank you for everyone helping me out with mullet. I literally got it right before the first answer came in, but you guys are the best. Help me remember that. Yeah, should Brody have like a week-long mullet? He's got some beautiful long blonde hair.
Right. Brody being your son.
The curls and everything. Brody's my. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about Brody in a while. Brody's my 15-month-old son. I've been telling people he's 16 months, and my wife corrected me. He's only 15 months. He'll be 16 here in a couple of days. I mean, 16 months here in a couple of days. So he's closer to that.
You know, I just realized, Tim, you still have those headphones. Those headphones, bros, are literally falling apart. Those are in terrible disrepair, those headphones. And now you just did the worst that could have happened.
They work, though. They work very well. Crux says that he will leave the bros if Brody gets a mullet. All right, I can't do that. All right, no mullet for Brody. That's settled. Oh, no. Hey, Tim, Drew P here. I'm wondering if you remember when you used to read green names at the beginning of every stream. I do remember that.
Yeah.
T-Stream and I actually were talking about that, yesterday? How that was a very painful it was a very painful transition to go away from reading green names. I'll try my best from time to time, though, to read out some green names like Drew P. Let's see some names here in chat. We just can't do it every day because we at one point we had a lot of them. Of course, the memberships all switched. Blessed Beyond Measure. That's a good play on Blessed Beyond Measure. Is a green name. Let's see. Oh, I see Drew P, of course, again. We only have a couple of green names in chat. Everybody else joined the memberships in Discord. So I don't know. Maybe we'll read green names again because there's not a whole lot of them. But I do remember, and I missed that. Pakisad has a green name. Says if moving. Oh, he has a serious question here. So good transition. If moving Caspa Off Uphold to Tangent Wallet is the fee. Gas taken in Caspa. Is the fee gas taken in Caspa? I have not done that. I am holding all of my Caspa on exchange at the moment.
Probably.
I would assume the
almost
fee
definitely
comes out of Caspa. Yeah. Shout out to Moho, also with the green name. Retro Beast, Tim, how much? Oh my God. How much of a unit are you? I want to see a full body to compare to see if I need to get more jacked. I'm a unit, I would say. I think I'd classify as a unit.
Yeah. Brody's a unit, so you're at least the father of a unit.
Brody is a unit. Listen, anyone who can fall down the stairs with no problem he's a unit. I'm a little bit of a unit. I will admit, I'm not going to deny it. I'm a big guy. I would win many fights in an alley, and I'm not going to outbench everybody, but probably a lot of people.
Username said, does Shroomy like P.I. Palmer? P.I. Palmer is I'm pretty proud of that. That was a student film that I was in. They flew me out to South Georgia, which isn't very far from where I lived. So there wasn't actually any flying involved. I drove. But Savannah, Georgia, and I was in a student film, and that can be found on the YouTubes.
Yep. Blessed beyond measure. I'm so sorry if you super chat the other day and we missed it. That is a colossal mistake. That means you get 2 questions answered today, and I'm watching your name. What are your questions? Ask it again, and we'll answer it. I do apologize if we missed your super chat. There was a super chat that we missed the other day on purpose because it was a bot or a.
Here's a good one.
Whatever, but yeah, ask a question, Blessed beyond measure, and we'll get to it.
When is T-Shroom going back to the mornings? So we have discussed coming back to the mornings. Tim, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so good point. I've already announced this to some of our trading members, but my schedule is very much changing. There will be some things changing about the membership streams as well. Look forward to that information. All good changes, no bad changes whatsoever. But I'm going to have a lot more time to do more stuff. So there will be changes to this. There will be reasons to differ from this schedule somewhat. But starting next week, the tradition we're going to have on the channel when it comes to morning shows is at 9 a.m. on Monday and Wednesday. Monday because it's the first day of the week. Wednesday because more often than not, some of the biggest data points come out that morning. We're going to be doing lives every single Monday and Wednesday at 9 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to be putting out some pre-recorded. I'm going to do some price predictions, some teaching moments. Overall, just more what we call evergreen style of content, things that you can come back to and watch, and it'll help you for a long period of time. It's not just news-based. We'll continue to have our 3 p.m. show, as always. There will be no Friday mornings. We're going to take Friday mornings off with YouTube, but that is so that we can do a whole lot more with our members. Look forward, members, to morning streams coming to our VIP trading group starting next week. I'm super excited to have more time. We're going to be also working in that VIP trading group. I'm going to be building out a full-blown trading course, how to do technical analysis, what to be aware of, what you need to know. I'm not going to wait to build the whole thing to put it out. Every time I finish a video, we're going to get that video edited, and then you will get it immediately. It comes with the VIP trader group, so look forward to that as well. I've got a lot of stuff, doing some cool things behind the scenes to work free and get a lot more free time, and that's going to pay dividends into more stuff coming out on social media, but even more with our members. And part of that is morning live streams. Look forward to getting the schedule on that. It'll be posted here by the end of the week, probably.
Yes. And
I found a
picture of Tim.
Oh, you have a picture of me. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. Are you going to get it up? Well, while you do that, let me read the questions from Blessed Beyond Measure. He has 2 of them, and he gets 2 of them.
I have an answer for the first one. Go ahead and pull up the Clean Spark question, because you...
Well, let me read it. Why is the bid-ask spread so bad on GLNK? Is the only way I can buy Link? It's the only way I can buy? Oh, okay. I don't know about that. What am I pulling up, T-Shroom? The
Clean Spark.
GLNK? Oh, Clean Spark. Okay.
So GLNK, I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is. I assume what that is I'm assuming a couple of different things, because I looked it up and I couldn't really find anything on that. I would be very careful with that, because when there's a really wide bid to ask spread, that means that there's very low liquidity, right?
Yes.
There's not a lot of people buying or selling it. So that could be a good thing, but probably it's not. Probably it's just
out of curiosity, why is that the only way you can buy it? Where do you live?
Probably in a country where everything's
I'll tell you this, blessed beyond measure. Make sure in Discord, DM me. DM me. Let's talk about some solutions I have for you. The second question, Clean Spark, is there a buy on Lux Algo yet? Well, it depends on what time frame that you're asking this about. If we go to the daily chart here, T-Shroom, no, there's no daily buy signal. Now, there is some reasons to be bullish in the sense of we hit our take profit levels. You don't always have to wait for the lowest one. Once you've gotten in here, you're looking for a reversal pretty much. You're looking for a bounce on the take profit level or somewhere within it. You're also seeing a bounce off that green support line. When I come over to our oscillators, we got a buy signal back in here that kind of flopped, right? So I told you guys it doesn't always equal a buy signal. But that one, is that even within my 12 12 window? Did we get the 12 windows? Yeah, we did. Okay. So that's a buy signal that did not work out, right? They don't all work, but they normally do. We're close to getting another one. And when I say a buy signal, we're going to get a buy signal on the 4-hour chart. I'm about to show you an official buy signal on the Lux Algo indicators, but we're very close to getting one here on the oscillators. What I have going on here is we definitely have our bullish divergence, that blue line right in there. We have our green reversals. We actually have two of them, green momentum, and the money flow is not positive yet, but you definitely see a slowing down curve. It's probably about to curve back to the upside, but I do wait. I'm saying it probably will. It could decide not to, right? So wait on the confirmation of this move before you enter based on it. But it's something that I do anticipate should be coming soon. Let me get rid of all these drawings and show you, I got rid of the whole indicator. So I'm going to deal with that here in just a little bit. Let me show you the 4-hour chart, though, where we are seeing a Lux Algo buy signal within, I think, the last couple of days here. Back on the 10th, we got a buy signal that should say, we probably are at least coming up here towards $10.87 on CleanSpark. T-Shroom, you are muted, so I'm sure whatever beautiful things you're saying, we will hear them here in a second when you unmute yourself. Good.
No, I wasn't saying anything. I do have something to say though. I would say if you're thinking about buying CleanSpark, do it. I think CleanSpark's a pretty good one. Not financial advice, but blessed beyond measure, shown a little bit of light on the conundrum that they are having acquiring Chainlink. Said you can't buy Chainlink on Thinkorswim. So that is a Charles Schwab. It's kind of like TD Ameritrade where you buy stocks. I wouldn't even attempt to buy Chainlink on Thinkorswim. Get a Coinbase account or a Robinhood account or something like that. Or you can get CoinW or Blofin as well. You can buy Chainlink on there, spot price, and just do it that way. I don't know how you would even get Chainlink through Thinkorswim. G-Link, it must be some sort of ETF of some sort, but it's not going to be a spot ETF. I know that for sure. So...
real quick, in case anyone's wondering why they should wait on a buy confirmation here. Some people are saying these are good levels. It's because when I zoom out and I look at the long time frame here, this blue line, I'm not saying we have to hit it. If we get a buy signal before this blue line, we'll take off without it. But with that money flow not being positive just yet, there absolutely is a scenario in which CleanSpark does this and curls over and comes down to the blue line and then finds its bounce there. We're seeing a lot of reversals. We're seeing a lot of good reasons for a bounce to the upside. Even just the bullish divergence alone, where we're seeing a higher low on the oscillators, or at least MACD and the Lux Algo oscillator, not on RSI, but the lower lows in our movement here in price action, that's a strong reason to be bullish. And I'm really tempted to make this a trade where I jump the gun. Sometimes I jump the gun. I don't wait for the money flow, but I anticipate it. But I can tell you this right now. When I trade with this strategy of waiting for the official buy signal come in with all three being bullish, that's where I'm 90% successful in my trades. If you ask me what's the percentage of success when I jump the gun, it definitely drops probably closer to 70%. I have seen so many times where I jump the gun on a reversal dot, on a money flow, and then it ends up not coming, and the price keels over and goes lower and hits my stop loss. Now, eventually it rallies to the upside. I end up getting a better entry point more often than not. But the point stands, if anyone uses my trading strategy, that to be fair, even though we didn't create Lux Algo, I created this strategy. I actually taught the people at Lux Algo how to use this. Now, a lot of people who trade with Lux Algo use this strategy. It is a great one. But I have found waiting and being patient for it to come to fruition is the best way to do it. And so in this case, I'm not telling you to buy just yet because it hasn't happened yet. Price might go up and then it flashes bullish and you catch the confirmation. But in the world of trading and investing, a lot of times it's way safer to wait for confirmation than it is to jump the gun on your trades. Take that with all trades you enter, no matter clean spark or anything else. Wait for confirmation before you enter.
Now, Tim, we answer questions thoroughly. We give you the full answer to questions, as you've seen here with Blessed by Beyond Measures questions. Now, Tim, somebody asked, is Tim a complete unit? Let the picture do the talk. So this is Tim and Crypto Life are talking of Bitcoin 2024, and I think that indeed we can conclude that Tim is a unit.
I don't think that's the greatest depiction of my unitism. That's a side angle. I think what people are mostly taken aback by is how broad my shoulders are.
Wait, is that the same shirt you're wearing right now? I think it is.
I have like 3 of them. Yeah, it's a shirt I wear a lot. Listen.
And my girlfriend goes to another school too. So.
My girlfriend goes to another school. It's a Norwegian noob said Tim be mad thick. Yeah. I'm I told you guys, big guy. I eat weights is what I do. Steak and weights.
It's funny because like Tim and I, we don't talk a lot about bodybuilding or anything like that. But whenever we're together physically, which we've been quite a bit, we've traveled to Dallas and Nashville this year. Everybody, the first thing that they say whenever they see us is, "Oh my gosh, Tim! I didn't realize you were a bodybuilder." So whenever they recognize us from the YouTube, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I've been working out recently with, you'll see him in here. I don't know if he's still in here. Aaron Curry. Aaron and I are good friends. People think we look like we both have beards. We're both big guys, but he came up with a name for us when we go to the gym. We're the what did he say? We're the I'm gonna butcher it. But effectively, it's something about being bowling balls because we're as wide as we are tall. We're both like 5'10", very wide shoulders, very wide hips. That's been the story of my life, and you know what? It served me well. I'm a little bit of a unit, and I love it. All right, guys, that's all we're gonna have for today's show. This one got away from us. Don't go look up T-Shroom Vine on YouTube channel. That would be a terrible mistake by all of you. Instead, smash the like, hit subscribe on your way out. If you're over there on X still watching here, make sure to hit the like and follow us over on X. With that said, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Love you guys. Adios.
Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots that bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros. Army pipe, lethal on trade. Entries and exits, worthy of praise. Tim, the professor of the TA. Shout it out loud on the PA. T-Shroom's news, got the word. Doing better than what he deserves. Beamer, leave no evidence. Soon fly coop with his dividend. Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots that bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros.